Hello there, everyone. Welcome to we'll say this is the fourth video, actually. So the last video was supposed to be the fourth one, but I ended up just talking the entire time. So I'm going to try and avoid going over just those sort of general game theory, decision-making type things in the future. So welcome to the fourth video. I'm really excited because I actually want to make a game. That was the idea behind the series. I just wanted to make another game, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just have someone kind of be along for the ride and see the process of making a game. Someone was mentioning, hey, why don't you, throw it to the community? Hey, do you guys have any ideas? Anything you want to see from the game? I gotta be honest. I'm gonna break it to y'all hard. I don't care about y'all's input. This is my thing. This is about me, okay? The ego. But the truth be told, it's a good idea. I like it. But just because you have an idea doesn't mean it's going to go in there. I will keep it in mind. If you have any mechanics you want to see, any new areas you want to see. But the thing is, the game's pretty already planned out. Okay, this is just the execution. So the north area, for example, is going to be a snowy, icy, kind of a cold area. The western area over here is going to be a sort of a lake-filled water area. Now, how we exactly do that, how we execute that, is going to kind of be a discovery thing. The right area is going to be a sort of a Rocky Mountain, kind of a red waste leading into a desert kind of an area. And the southern area is going to be a kind of a sandy beach leading into tropical islands and a jungle type of area. So with all of those things being said, I'll tell you what, in terms of story, because I'm trying to make this game rather quickly, thinking of a story, how you want to tell it, where you want the plot to go, where you want the characters to go, how you want them to develop, what kind of cathartic ending you want to have, what kind of theme, that kind of thing can take a while and really requires a lot of soul to kind of be really poured into it. And this is almost more of like a speed game. Like let's just make an RPG like as quickly as we can, but with real RPG mechanics such as improving the character over the course of it. I think that the things we're going to have for sure is we're going to have the character improve over the course of the game, but we're going to also have some customization options. So you're probably going to start out with a class, and let's just do that now. No, because I really want to get into the world. I tell you what, I just want to do some map making today. So we're going to start with the southern area because this is what I'm most excited about, or maybe the eastern area because that's the one that I'm most confused about. Let's go to the eastern area. We'll go to the eastern desert. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm open to ideas, but I will do a series after this that'll be more of like a group project sort of a thing where it's all the ideas. It's just the ideas. What do you guys want to see out of the game? What kind of levels do you want to see made? What kind of things? And I will just put it in there. And I don't even care what it is. But the problem is when you combine a very sort of a personal project that you already have like pretty well thought out in mind, and then you just sort of add random things in there, the end result, random things in there that were like suggestions, the end result doesn't really end up being like a cohesive, complete thing that feels together. I don't want, the key is the whole kind of, in some ways, the whole point of this series is that I don't want anything to feel out of place in this game. I want it to all feel like it kind of makes sense, fits together within this world that's being presented. So depending on the ideas, I can think of a few ideas that would really jar that conception. For example, anachronisms. Anachronisms are things that don't fit within the time period. So let's go ahead and show you, for example, the bottom of Inquisitor. These are like train tracks. They don't fit here. Even if they were here, this place wouldn't make sense if it had a train. Never in history were there knights and a train. Now, in something like Final Fantasy, you can combine some of this. You can do like steampunk fantasy elements and put them together really well. But we don't have the assets to really fully create that. To me, honestly, these are just useless. Useless assets because there's just not enough other things to go with it. There's just no technology assets. Similarly, if we're here to indoor, some of these things feel strange. Like some of this mirror with these feel very modern. Oh, I suppose not really. You could have all this. think it's really just the train tracks that are a anachronism. Anachronism is something doesn't fit within the time period. You know, if in the middle of Lord of the Rings, you know, someone pulls out a lighter to light their pipe, it's just gonna look very strange. You know, you're gonna be like, it's like, well, it's a fantasy world. You know, they could have lighters, or you know, this stove here. Well, you know, I mean, people had stoves, I guess. You know, I don't know. I don't. But although then again, PokeFan, one of their games, I think Replica, takes place in a scientific lab, and that environment was very immersive. They were able to create a scientific lab where they're doing like human experiments, and it felt right. Where are these scientists actually? Now that I'm thinking about it, where were those assets? I don't even see them in here. Now I'm trying to remember. Now I want to go back and play the game again and be like, wait a minute, what people were you using for all of these lab workers? Oh, these guys. I swear there were others though. There's one with glasses. Oh, he has, does he have glasses? I think he does have glasses, but oh, I swear there was another one that had like more like dark glasses, like they cover their eyes. Hmm. Can't find him. Oh well, doesn't matter. Fact of the matter is, if there's something you guys want to see in terms of how it's done, I'd love to show a video of how to do it. Whether or not it'll end up in this game, I don't know. But if there's something folks want for the game, or folks have any ideas, I would love to hear them, and I'd love to throw them in there. So, without further ado, let's actually get to making the game. So we're going to start probably just with mapping. And I'd say, yeah, let's go to the Eastern Desert so we can kind of discover what we want here. So we'll say we're going to want, first of all, this area to be, okay, let's just actually delete this one. Well, let's add a new level called the Eastern Desert. Outdoor large. If you want it to just be at max, just start with outdoor large. Don't expand it like I did in one of the previous videos. I just did that to show you how to expand. But realistically, if you want the biggest size, just make it that by default. And if you forgot to, then just delete it and make a new one. It's no problem, unless you've already started, you know, drawing on it and stuff, and then you can weigh your options there. But that's what I suggest. So we are gonna have a big old desert. So and we're gonna have it surrounded. I want this probably gonna use Inquisitor ground. So this may be the desert. Let's see if there's a better desert for in ref map ground. This is what we're going to be using for a sandy beach. Let's see ground 2. Okay, yeah. So I think that where is it? Ref map ground, or Inquisitor ground rather. Yeah, I think this is our best bet for a desert. And I think this here is great for like a kind of a mountainy. Let me show you here. Like, what does it say? Red. Get images here. Yeah. See maybe something more like this, or like this. This is what we're going for. Yeah. So we're gonna go for this kind of an area, and then sort of as the kind of outside, this area kind of surrounding the desert, like just a red rocky waste with a bunch of rocks and cliffs and kind of jagged, but with an overall you know, redder tone with maybe some shrubbery and stuff. I think we've got some nice plants that'll work for that. And then just a full-on desert kind of after that. Yeah, maybe something like this, you know, that sort of thing. So that's kind of what we're going for. So the question is, let's just go ahead and start our desert. Let's just put our desert, like, let's see, we'll go to the very bottom left corner, or bottom right corner rather. Oop, way over, yeah. And we'll start some desert stuff here, and then let's go back to Inquisitor outside. Problem is that dark red doesn't have like mountains that go with it. So what we got to do here is on this edge, because the problem is if I just make the desert all the way to the edge, then it's going to look like you can just walk through the edge. And when you can't, it's just going to, well, for me, it would be confusing as a player. So I like to Actually, let's see here. I'll show you what I'm trying to go for. So if we have this here, and then we have this here, that works. Okay, so that's kind of what we're going to try and do as our just outside layer, kind of our perimeter. It'll help us feel consistent. I could just do this one, just one layer here without this little red, but since this red ground is what's going to be kind of surrounding the desert, it makes sense that it would be surrounding the desert, even in parts where you can't explore. And maybe you can explore. Maybe there will be a way to get up here, except the idea is this is a perimeter. So all of the levels in my games always have perimeters or walls on the outside, unless you can just walk through it. And that's kind of my indication to the players of where you can and cannot go. All right, go down. No, delete. Okay. Boy, gee golly. Boy, gee golly. And mapping, these are one of those things that, you can kind of speed through it, skip through it. And if I had a little bit better at video editing, this might just be fast forwarded through, because boy, gee, golly, isn't it tedious? Okay, this is really going down all the way here. Does it have to go all the way? It doesn't. We'll say it ends about here. Man, this is what I get for having the biggest possible level. But it's ultimately going to be small because, let's expand this out. It's ultimately going to be small, really, in terms of the entire game. Oh my gosh, the thing, did it go? It did not. See, that's what we got to do there. Oh, is that not the bottom? So we have that there. And then if we do something like, oh my goodness, something like this, then that is the very bottom. Okay, so we need to delete this one actually. And we need to put this here. Hello, there we go. And then I think we'll put this here. Yes. And then we'll have this go a little while. So this desert will be much more tall than it is wide. Or should I maybe just do two areas, one with the desert and one with the rocky area? A 144 by 144 desert is quite a large desert, but I mean, deserts are big, so why not? We'll just start with this. We'll start with this for now. Okay, so now we'll go back to Inquisitor Ground, and we'll do this, and then we'll paint it up here. And this will really give us the feel that the desert is, where we found it, basically, and not just connected to some other random landmass. What's cool about this, making kind of consistent maps that flow together as a world map, is it allows you to make world maps. And what I mean by that is, in perhaps other software, you can draw a map. I use Incarnate. Okay, yep. At least it's a little easier, because it's easier to not mess up for this part. We can just do it all the way down. Let's go all the way up and do it all the way up to here. There we go. All right, so that's a pretty big portion of our desert. And then let's just go and create this. All the way down. Here it is. Yep, there it is. Okay, and we'll get some more of this. This here. There. And, there we go. And here we are. It's tough for me to try and get the bottom. Okay. All right. And then now filling in the desert itself should be fairly easy. Just whoop, expand over the whole thing and go up, and then whoop, expand over the whole thing again. Whoop, expand over the whole thing again and again. And up and up and up all the way until we get to the top. And there's the top. Alrighty, now here, it's the size it goes right here. We're going to want to go outside. We're going to want to create an upper perimeter. And not everyone cares about doing it this way. Okay, so here's our bottom. Does that even match the sand? Matches this color, not that color. I don't like it. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna do the clear one. We're gonna do the clear one. All right, so what that means is, okay, ground. We're gonna do another line here, and then we'll just add these over on top of it. Outside. There we go. Because otherwise it didn't match the colors of the desert. This is gonna have to go up. We'll do this to be too hot. What? Here we go. And then this one goes up here, and then these go up her. Nope, not like that. Like this. There we go. All right, and then we do this one down here, clicking on there, and then we go to Inquisitor Ground, and I'm going up here into this one, and bada boom, bada bang. We can also use this tool for faster stuff. Go here, right there, and there it is. Okay. Make it a little bigger and increase these, some more of these to expand it out. And then, okay, we want more of these. Excellent. And then we want more of this. We're going to need this up here and, probably over here. And then we're going to want this. Alrighty, nice. So, oh my goodness, forever. Oh no, what have we done? What have we done? So here's our, at least part of our desert. Very tall desert. Probably the desert on the north end. And we'll make it expand out westward from the north. Well, maybe northeast. We'll make the desert kind of take up the northeast half. And the rocky waste will kind of take up the southwest half. Which will be unfortunate because that'll mean that you're going to start in the middle. Well, I guess you don't have to. Yeah, we kind of start in the bottom left of this map. So yeah, so we're probably going to start in the bottom left of the map. And let's just start us off there. Now that we've got a basic idea of where our desert's going to be ultimately, and we know that we're going to want to get there via our rocky waste type area, let's just take ourselves to the bottom left corner. Is that it? No, we got way more left to go, but we're at the bottom. Also, I don't know what this is. Get that out of here. Also, not sure exactly what music we're gonna have, but let's just get some kind of desert music going to get us some sort of theme. Let's see here. So for the ambient radio, for deserts, I don't think there's anything that's super, super necessary. You just kind of want some wind. I think that, let's see here. Sure. No, there's one of these drones or horrors that I think is decent because it's just like, no, not that one. That's too much. That's just intense. No, a little too ominous. Cold wind. Yeah, I like the cold wind. I like this for the desert. Yeah, but we'll make this maybe 60. And we'll make this one something like, where is that? There's some music in here. It's like doom 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 I'm just gonna listen to them all. Nope. 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 I do like all of these Asian ones though. They're very nice. Nope. Nope. This is not bad actually for a desert. Asian kabuki, not bad for a desert. So here's what I do. I'll just note this down. Oh, this actually might have been the one. Okay, so this is a great, yeah, I mean, tell me with that wind going and with that music, that doesn't feel like kind of a desert, like you're, exploring the Sahara, on camelback with some packs, and you just see the dunes of sand off in the distance with the red sunset of the desert. Yeah, I could go for that. So we'll say Asian kabuki. I'm writing this down. Kabuki is good. So right now that's our front runner for this music. So we're gonna keep going down the list. In search. Yeah, this was the one I was thinking of. We'll start in a second. And oh, what? Okay, this is more mysterious. This is more for, so Asian search. This will be for like a shop, like a secret shop in the desert. Yeah, I tell you, I get the most inspiration for what to put in a game from the music. Because I think, oh, this music gives this perfect kind of vibe. Yeah, I just imagine someone, you just see the steam of the little potions that they're kind of working with in their concoctions. It reminds me, it's very similar to the music in the in Ocarina of Time. There's in the older time. I don't know what you call it. The after 7 years time. When you go, there's a little shop with a Poe and a bunch of pots just outside of Hyrule Castle next to the bridge. Maybe that's not what I'm thinking of, but it definitely sounds like some Zelda shop type music. Okay, so Asian search, let's say Asian sunset for sure is not. This is great jungle music we're probably gonna use. Yeah, that's my favorite for the jungle. Asian undiscovered land. There's another one I really like for the jungle, but I don't know about here. Water gardens, certainly not. Bluegrass, Celtic Lawn March. It's none of the chills, none of the classicals. I don't think any of the darks, any of the electros, probably none of the heroes. Maybe hot salsa. No. Let's see, are there any that are really going to work? Nah, I think we're probably going to do Why does it say piano? Okay, is this the one? Da, 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 da. This is the one I was thinking of. There it is. Okay, it took us 3 songs to get to it. So we'll put Asian Kabuki as probably our number 1 and Piano Road to Turkey. I'll write these down. This is another one that I think is really great for a desert theme. What is that? What do you call that instrument? A sitar? I think it's called a sitar. I don't know, but it gives a very, very cool kind of vibe and feel to it. So anyway, so we've looked at music a little bit. We'll leave this one on for now. Just so that we got some tunes. And then how far are we from our entrance? Okay, so it's right in here. So somewhere right about here is where we are gonna start. So first of all, let's set the stage. Inquisitor outside. Down we go, down we go, down we go, down we go. Why do I scroll? Why don't I just drag? All right, so it's kind of the same thing we were doing before, except here, I want the bottom. How do we do this exactly? Because, you know, come to think of it. Okay, first of all, we're gonna make doors. So that we come back here, invisible doors. This goes to first, door 0171. Has to move. So we're gonna come through here and exit out the other area. So let's just make some doors. So this will go to the Eastern Desert in door 171. And it is door 174. Put them here. This will go to first 174. Okay, so this one is 172. So we'll make this one go to, no, Eastern Desert 172. And this is door 173. Okay, so then we want this one to go to door 173. Okay, so now we go through here. Perfect. All right, so add some kind of continuity here to make it not we're just teleporting into another universe. Let's first of all go to ref map ground. And let's go ahead and make our little path continue on. And then end abruptly. So, you know, it feels like we're just walking along the same path here. When I first kind of made this area, it was actually in a different game. You know, I might show you. Let's save this game. And let me go to make, cancel. Did it save here? Did it actually save? Game saved. Okay, let's go to make and let's take a look at, I think it might have been this one. Maybe, maybe not. What the heck is this? Okay, we were doing some sort of army in here. Okay, not that one. I may have just deleted it or something. Let's see here. Maybe this one. Yeah, so you can see what I did here. North clearly does go like an icy kind of a place, and the west clearly goes to like a lake kind of a place. The south clearly goes to like a tropical, jungly kind of place, and the east really goes to like a rocky desert kind of place. So it's going to make the transition a little smoother. Problem with this was off center, and I was going to have to like basically, you can see right here, there's 2 lines here, only 1 line here, 2 lines, 1 line, and I was so triggered by the asymmetry that I just had decided to restart the whole thing. I just scrapped all of this. It does look nice, like especially this western area. I just love the water effects. The water effects are so great. That's a, well, it's not that new, but it's a new addition to me. At least a year old, I think at this point, if not more. I stepped away from the program for a while. But so you can see kind of what I was going for, where, you know, it makes the transition a little smoother if you already have the stuff set up. So from here, you could walk right in and end up in the desert, and it wouldn't feel, you know, strange. Or here, you could walk right in and end up in the jungle, you know, so on and so forth. And the problem is, with our current game, is that that's just not the case. So I can either try and bring a little bit of desert into this area, or since I don't have much room, what I'm probably more likely to do is to bring that last area into here. So we're probably going to do that with something like this. This is going to be, oh, this is just going to be hideous. This is just going to be, oh my goodness. Because RefMap and Inquisitor stuff do not jive well. And since we're using RefMap for this and Inquisitor for our desert, it's just, it's just, oh my goodness, this is going to look so bad. But it's what we got to do. It's the best we can do. Okay, ground. Yep. We're just going to kind of, oh boy. Maybe we can do it like with this. Yeah, except can you walk over this? Oh, yes. Okay, excellent. So we'll just kind of do a, why does it have to have that little, why does it have to have that little corner of green? What is this? That defeats the whole purpose of what I'm trying to do with this. Oh no. So sad. I have a better idea. We're gonna do this. Yeah, okay. I see what we're gonna do here. Yeah. So we're basically just gonna do, we're just gonna use this grass. What's the difference between this grass? Is it because it's darker? Yeah, it has a little darker patch there. Interesting. Okay, so we're basically gonna do something along the lines of, yeah, something like that. And then we will transition it this way. I like to have smooth transitions between the tile assets. It's just how I roll. I can't help it. And then that will segue into this, not into this. There we go. And now, does that look right? It still feels wrong. It's a doozy. Maybe we'll just, you know what, we're just gonna have to do this. We are gonna have to kind of do what we did last time. So we're gonna do a little bit of, on this side, a little bit of this. Just to kind of show like, hey, you're going into the desert. And now, all we have to do, just because this, I think, will transition easier into these kind of. Now all we got to do is this. Speaking of which, how big is first? 20 up, 20 up. So this is 2. That means we basically have 9 by 9 on either side. So we just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to make it match. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we're too far to the bottom. That's fine, I think, actually. Okay. So then, yeah, so we'll just do this one here, This one here, this one here, this one here and here, this one here and here, and there we go. Okay, we'll allow this one and that one. There we go. All right, now does this feel a little? Okay, a little more cohesive. And now we go to the ground here. Yeah, it feels right. It's not too bad. Still a little jarring, but it's not too bad. However, remember this bottom, we're going to want to actually have these. Which then that makes it strange in the first one. But you know what? Oh, well. I think I sometimes get in the way of myself by trying to be that much of a perfectionista. Also, it doesn't need to go that far down. Or I mean to be that far up. It can be down here. Yeah, it's fine. All right. And then actually here, looks a little strange. All right, this will be a majority of what this kind of rocky area is like. But we're gonna want a lot of like cliff type areas. So let's see, there's something here in outdoor. Let me double check. Something also that I used for another game to create like a kind of a walking up, like a winding path up a mountain effect. Let me go ahead and double check that. Yeah, this was another game that I was gonna make, ended up sort of getting strapped. It's gonna be like a big island adventure, kind of in the theme of Wind Waker. Yeah, these. So where do you get this? Oh, it's in house. It's in house. Gotcha. But yeah, you can see this gives you a good version of like kind of back and forth thing you have to do to kind of give up a cliff or get up a mountain. So I really like the kind of effect that created. I like this whole little mountain ended up really well. Man, maybe I'll just finish this game. You know what? Let's just scrap the other one and finish this one. You know, because it's all about having fun. Yeah, and then there's this little thing up here, and there's some people in the village. But going back to your old games or another game to see how you may have done something can always be a good idea. Yeah, we never really got very far. We just kind of drew the map here. All right. Homage to Wind Waker. Yep. Okay, let's leave here and go back to Arcana Unbound. And we got to do this every time we start the game. Okay. So that's actually in ref map dungeon for those walls. No, ref map walls. Ref map walls 1. Yes. So this is actually how we're going to do some of these cliffs. Or do the other cliff work better? We'll test it out. All right, so the idea is we go to house and we put some of these steps going up. And then we go back here And although also we could use these more like this one, since this is inside. So we kind of want the ones that are pointing toward it like that, you see? And then maybe this one. No, I'll put this one here. It doesn't really feel right. Maybe here. This is a big question. This doesn't feel right, nor does this feel right. Nor does this feel right. To me, at least. Maybe this one. No, we're just going to throw it here. I'm just going to throw it there. Yeah. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Which means then, also, you can just always paint over old assets, but I try to delete them when I can because these I just get nervous when it gets to the part of the game where it starts saying, you know, when you load the game and you get that little message that says, well, okay, once your game gets too long, when people try and load the game, they'll get a little warning thing that says like Google is not responding or something. Do you want to just like kill the page? And then if you just wait a second to load your game, but I always worry that players are going to be discouraged and be like, oh, I guess it just doesn't work. Because normally 90% of the time when you see that, it's because it just doesn't work. Almost always. Okay, so I guess we want this to be here. We'll do it like this, yeah. No. This is just steps. So yeah, we'll have it like this. And then I guess this can actually just continue up. Yeah. And then we can do, let's see, this one here. And then perhaps these. Yeah, so more of this up here. And then these. And then maybe right about here, add some more steps. And then we can just add some of this in here. And then maybe we'll do something kind of like this over here. How do I transition this down? Here? No, it just likes this one. But now it is going to have to transition down. Let's see. Give it an outside. That'll end like this. And then we'll just fill this in here, and then maybe that looks strange. Maybe this one. It doesn't look too bad. I think this would probably be better actually if this was like this maybe, and this was maybe more like this. I don't know. You can decide best how you think the thing should look, but this will give us a basic idea of how to kind of climb up this hill. And I think we're probably actually getting to the where this video is getting a little long. So, it may not seem like we've maybe made much progress in the game. I've just been overthinking my decisions a lot. So that's how I make it. I'm a perfectionist. If I don't looks exactly perfect how I like it, and it doesn't go in the game. So we're gonna add some more things here. Now that we know kind of what we're going for. Actually, we don't necessarily need to do that. What we can just do is kind of do this. There's a little top of our mountain over there. And then we just have, well, actually, no, I don't know, because we need this to, well, first of all, this is what we need for sure. We need this to go over here. Okay. And then we're going to need this. And then we're also going to need this over on this other side. I'm just going to have a bottom like this. And maybe we'll have that go up a little bit. Maybe we'll have this be the end of this little part of it. yeah, so if this is just the top, then we can just do this. Because we're going to be doing a lot of these. This isn't like the one mountain we're going to climb. There's going to be a variety of these kind of throughout. We're going to be doing this over and over and over. I may do some of that off screen, so you don't have to look at me draw every single one of these. But yeah, that's basically what we're going for here. And all right, I think we'll just top off this side of the cliff with maybe something like this, and then we can kind of just lead it into that, and then this can probably just kind of, this can be like this, and then we'll redo this one, and then we'll put in some of these. Yeah. Except this right side looks pretty awkward, doesn't it? Looks like we have a cliff with just this on the side. You know what I think we should do here? We could maybe even just delete this and just put this side. Let's see what happens if we do that. Like we just move this whole thing over. Boop, 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 boop. Does that look a little better? Debatable. Right here looks awkward. We could maybe just do this. That looks terrible though. Maybe this? No, still not great. Maybe if we just do this at the top. I'll tell you what, I have an idea. We'll do that at the top, but over here, then we'll switch it back to what it was before. Does that just bring it all together? That really brings it all together. That looks nice. This is the best looking version we've had so far. Okay, so there'll just be a lot of these little kind of rocky type of things that you're going to be exploring throughout, and we're all going to be putting a lot of, you know, what we see in Inquisitor Dungeon. We're going to be putting quite a few of these, you know, throughout. So I may as well just throw one of these up top here, a couple of them down in here, maybe some of these other smaller ones, maybe one up here, kind of bring it all in together, and then you know, just to kind of cement the red desert look of it all. Alrighty, we're getting there. We're getting there. You can see kind of what we're going for and how the process to it doesn't maybe not look like anything, but finished product, it looks good. In fact, one last little detail. This one up here. Nope. Nope, that doesn't look good at all. Never mind. No last detail. This looks fine. I wish there was like this, but in the top right corner. Is there something like that? Because I want to fill in this right here. You see how this, maybe can I just do this? Does that look any better? Kind of. Alrighty, so we're gonna leave it at that for now. I may do some work off screen and just talk about what I did, but I don't want to do anything off screen exclusively. I might do something like this on screen and then do the majority of it off screen, but we're going to go ahead and leave it there because I think the video is getting a little bit long, and we'll meet back next time. So today all we did was some mapping. Next time we'll do more of a you know, writing or, you know, scripting type of a thing, so we can get some mechanics in there. But for now, I just wanted to really get our world kind of going. So now we have at least somewhere that we can go. Also, it's no, actually, this one. There we go. There we go. Now it's all even. Okay, excellent. All right, so saving that. Thank you guys for so much for watching. Next video will be coming out pretty soon. We'll make a little bit more of our world, more areas to explore, and we will go from there. All right, thanks so much. I will see you guys next time. Have a great day. Adios, everybody. And yeah, thanks so much for viewing. We'll see you next time.